The call to adventure is a universal experience, transcending cultures and eras. It represents a departure from the ordinary, a journey into the unknown where growth and discovery await. This concept, popularized by Joseph Campbell in his hero's journey framework, is not limited to mythological heroes, but is applicable to everyday life. It signifies moments when we are invited to challenge our limits, whether through a new career, a personal relationship, or a quest for self-discovery. This notion aligns closely with Carl Jung's idea of individuation, the process of self-realization and becoming one's true self, the discovery and experience of meaning and purpose in life, the means by which one finds oneself and becomes who one really is. Jung saw the hero's myth at work in nearly all individuation processes. He writes, "Individuation is a heroic and often tragic task. The most difficult of all, it involves suffering, a passion of the ego. The ordinary empirical man we once were is burdened with the fate of losing himself in a greater dimension and being robbed of his fancied freedom of will. He suffers, so to speak, from the violence done to him by the self." Jung emphasized that true heroism involves confronting and overcoming significant challenges. As Jung states, he is no hero who never met the dragon, or who, if he once saw it, declared afterwards that he saw nothing. Equally, only one who has risked the fight with the dragon and is not overcome by it wins the hoard, the treasure hard to attain. Life frequently presents opportunities to step beyond our comfort zones and explore the unknown. These pivotal moments, rich with the potential for growth and discovery, invite us to embrace new challenges and broaden our horizons. Yet despite the promise of transformation, we often find ourselves clinging to familiar routines and making excuses to remain where we are. This reluctance to venture into uncharted territories can stem from fear of failure, uncertainty, or the comfort of the status quo. By turning a deaf ear to the call of adventure, we forfeit the opportunity to unlock our deepest potential. In Campbell's hero's journey framework, this hesitation is akin to the refusal of the call. This stage occurs when the prospective hero initially rejects the call to embark on their quest. Such refusal may arise from a sense of duty or obligation, fear, insecurity, or feelings of inadequacy. Campbell elaborates. Refusal of the summons converts the adventure into its negative. Walled in boredom, hard work, or culture, the subject loses the power of significant affirmative action and becomes a victim to be saved. His flowering world becomes a wasteland of dry stones and his life feels meaningless. Even though, like King Minos, he may through titanic effort succeed in building an empire of renown. Whatever house he builds, it will be a house of death, a labyrinth of cyclopean walls to hide from him his minotaur. All he can do is create new problems for himself and await the gradual approach of his disintegration. Thus, the hero must embrace the journey regardless of how formidable it may seem. We must respond to the call with courage, undeterred by the uncertainties that lie ahead. Terence McKenna notes, "Nature loves courage." You make the commitment, and nature will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. Dream the impossible dream, and the world will not grind you under. It will lift you up. At the outset of any quest, we will lack the tools or knowledge required to succeed, but it is through the journey itself that we acquire these essentials. Along the way, we will gain insights, develop skills, and receive support from others, all of which will equip us to complete the journey. As Al-Ghazali wisely observes in the revival of the religious sciences, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This initial step, though small, is the gateway to transformation and discovery, setting us on a path of growth and fulfillment. The hero's journey transcends mere mythology. It resonates deeply with the human experience. At its core, it narrates the tale of an individual facing a profound challenge and undergoing a transformative quest to overcome it. Sometimes change is driven by deliberate choices, such as entering new relationships, getting married, or starting a new career. Other times, transformation arises from unforeseen circumstances, such as trauma, injury, or the breakdown of relationships. In contemplating the hero's journey, one of Joseph Campbell's most enduring pieces of wisdom is to follow your bliss. Campbell asserts, "If you follow your bliss, you put yourself on a kind of track that has been there all the while, waiting for you, and the life you ought to be living is the one you are living." When you can see that, you begin to meet people who are in your field of bliss, and they open doors to you. I say, follow your bliss and don't be afraid, and doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. To follow one's bliss transcends mere preference or external expectations. It involves a profound introspective quest to discover what truly ignites one's passion and purpose. It is about dedicating oneself to that profound calling with full commitment, trusting that the path will unfold in alignment with one's true self. Campbell also delves deeper into this pursuit of meaning, suggesting that people say that what we're all seeking is a meaning for life. I don't think that's what we're really seeking. I think that what we're seeking is an experience of being alive, so that our life experiences on the purely physical plane will have resonances with our innermost being and reality, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. This quest for rapture or bliss is inherently tied to the hero's journey we encounter daily. Campbell emphasizes that the experience of eternity right here and now is the function of life. Eternity isn't some later time. Eternity isn't even a long time. Eternity has nothing to do with time. Eternity is a dimension of the here and now that all thinking in temporal terms cuts off the experience of eternity right here and now, in all things, whether thought of as good or as evil. Heaven is not the place to have the experience. Here is the place to have the experience. When you realize that eternity is right here now, that it is within your possibility to experience the eternity of your own truth and being, then you grasp the following. That which you are was never born and will never die. Ultimately, the journey we undertake, whether through deliberate choice or unforeseen circumstance, is a quest not only for external achievements, but for a profound internal realization. By embracing the call to adventure and following our deepest passions, we align ourselves with a path that leads to genuine fulfillment and the experience of our truest selves. The hero's journey, in this light, becomes a metaphor for the timeless pursuit of living authentically and experiencing the eternal nature of our being. As we answer this call, we find that the journey itself reveals the depth and richness of our existence, enriching our lives with a sense of purpose and connection to something greater than ourselves. If you found this exploration of the hero's journey and the transformative power of following your bliss inspiring, please leave a comment, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more content.